Good afternoon. It's Daryl Freeman with Cockpit Conversations. Thank you all for tuning in today. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you are already a subscriber, please hit the like button as many times as you like. As a 25 plus year entrepreneur, I often get the question, why did I quit my first job? Why did I quit my first job? And I gotta admit, there's several reasons, but one was I quit my first job because it was financial. And it was financial. It was a financial reason. I was making the company I was working for a lot of money while I wasn't making a lot of money. And so I felt that if I took my skills directly to the marketplace, I could make more money. But I also felt that having someone determine how much money I was going to make every year, having someone determine when I was going to get a raise, having someone determine when I could go on vacation, having someone control all of that gave them too much power, over my being. And also, thinking long term for me when I was 26, when I did quit this job, I was thinking that the job that I had, was, and how much money I was making there was going to determine where my future kids would live, where they would go to school, what kind of car I was going to drive. They can control a lot about me and about my life and about my family's life. And so the first reason why I quit my job was purely financial. Fortunately, I did have a skill set in information technology, and I knew what my skills would bring to bear in terms of dollars and cents. And so that's one of the reasons why I quit my job. And again, having somebody control my future, my financial destiny, that did not appeal to me. And I want you to know that this is not a quit your job video. This is just answering a couple questions that I often get from people about how did I start my first company and why did I quit my job. And so the part of it was financial. The other part, it's financial. The other thing that I didn't like about working for somebody else, regardless of how hard I worked, I made the same amount of money. Regardless of how hard I worked, I made the same amount of money. So I wanted to put myself in a position where if I worked harder and smarter, I could get paid more. So that's one of the reasons why I quit my job. And then another reason why I quit my job is because I wanted to bet on myself. And so when you look at companies across this country, whether it's a Microsoft or it's a Dell, whether it's an IBM, somebody bet on themselves. And so if I'm gonna make a bet over a lifetime to work for something or to be something, I'm gonna bet on Daryl Freeman. I'm gonna bet on me. And not because I'm confident that I can do it, but I am confident that I'll work my butt off. And so I wanted to bet on myself and I wanted to build something. So I wanted to bet on myself. And I also wanted to build a team, if you will. I wanted to build a team around me. And so, one of the first people that I brought to the team was a guy by the name of Vince Windrow, who's my best friend. Brought him to the team, and we were able to build, if you will, our own Rome. And we were to hire people that oftentimes have been traditionally overlooked. And so I wanted to bet on myself to build something, not just something for me, but for something for the people on the team. And so doing that, quitting my job, betting on myself, bringing Vince to the table, we were able to impact the lives of a bunch of people that I would not have been able to if I were working for somebody else. So I wanted to bet on myself and build something. And that's exactly what we did. We bet on ourselves and built something. And we hired a bunch of good people and we got a bunch of great memories. And we also impact their lives and their families' lives. And we treated them extremely well in the process. So I wanted to bet on myself. And so that's a big part of it. And, don't be afraid to bet on yourself. You may not win, but don't be afraid to bet on yourself. I feel that every situation I go into, I feel like I can win somehow if I work my butt off. So the other reason why I quit my job is because I want to bet on myself. And then the third reason is kind of strange because, entrepreneurs, people who will give up a nice salary, give up a nice job, give up the comforts of having a job, they're a little crazy to give up their salaries, give up stability to go out and start something from nothing. And so I was a little bit crazy when I did it. And so you gotta be just a little bit crazy to quit your job. And when I'm talking to my entrepreneur friends, that's what we talk about. I mean, you don't know if it's gonna work or not, but you know you're gonna work, but you don't know if it's gonna work. And so I was a little bit crazy. I was a little bit naive. I didn't realize how much work there was gonna go into it. I didn't realize how many months I was going to have to work without getting paid. I didn't realize how difficult it was to hire great people. I didn't realize how difficult it was to pay the rent, to make payroll. I didn't realize how difficult it's going to be to get clients. Or I didn't realize how many no's I was going to get every day. All those things that I didn't realize was going to happen. And so you're a little bit crazy to do that. And I'm glad I did, but it's a hard process. Quitting your job and starting your own company is a hard process. But I bet on myself, and I won. I was a little bit crazy, and you got to be just a little bit crazy to give up the comforts of having a good job. And one of the things about having a good job is the people that you work for, they often make it really easy. They often make you real comfortable, so that you won't have the idea of quitting and starting your own company. So you got to be a little crazy to go from comfort to being comfortable to being uncomfortable. And then the other reason why I quit my job, which is, it's a big reason, because and that reason is my wife, Gloria Freeman, told me, she said, honey, she still calls me honey some 20-some years later, honey, if you're going to do it now. I don't want you to have any regrets. If you're going to start a company now. We can make it work one way or the other. Financially, we're going to make it work one way or the other. So, but I want you to go out and do it now. Don't wait 10 years or 20 years, or don't let this moment pass. I don't want you to have any regrets. And so I, with her support and her push, if you will, was one of the other reasons why I quit my job. And it's good if you quit your job and you got a support system. Somebody's going to be backing you and supporting you through the process. And so my wife was that person for me. And so those are the reasons why I quit my job. And again, this is not a quit your job video. Please don't take this as that. But I want you to take this as, if you're working in corporate America and you're thinking about it, just listen to these 4 steps. But also, I want you to take this video and to give it to college students, because oftentimes in college, they're taught to make good grades and get a good job. My philosophy is make good grades and go out and start a company and create some jobs. And so, yes, they could go out and get a job and make $50, $100, $200,000 a year. But also, if they go out, they can become an entrepreneur and they can make $500, $1 million, $2 million, $20 million a year, or be the next Facebook or the next Twitter. But you got to be thinking about being an entrepreneur. You can't be thinking about just getting a job. And so that's why I wanted to make this video so people can know the reasons why I quit my job. But I also want people to know that you can do it too. You can do it too. It's possible for you to do it. We live in the greatest free market economy in the world, in America. You can do it here. You can do it here. Entrepreneurship is what this country is based on. And so those are the reasons why I quit my job. This is not telling you to go quit your job, but those are the reasons why I quit my job. And so signing off here with Cockpit Conversations, Daryl Freeman. I'm not in the cockpit today, hanging out at the hangar, but hit the like button if you will, subscribe, make comments if you will, and also send this video to any of your college students that you know, or high school students that you know, or any of the schools that you know, because I want young people to be thinking about entrepreneurship as opposed to just going out blindly, getting a job and working for 35, 40 years. So signing off here, Daryl Freeman, Cockpit Conversations. Thank you for being here, and see you on the next video. Good day.